Hello, and welcome back for another run of The Fall Part 2, Unbound. We're done with the game, credits have rolled, and boy did they roll, oh my god. But here we are again, back on the main menu, and I have looked into all of the achievements, and how you get them, and all of that stuff. But out of the 8 achievements that I have left to do, 7 of them I've just read exactly what to do, because they're not very clear. All of the messages are really cryptic and that stuff. Let's just get into it. Let's talk about the achievements here. I have 8 achievements left to get. None of them are like hidden achievements without a subtitle or anything, but all of them are pretty cryptic. So I looked into them and I was kind of thinking maybe we could just jump into old backups like one by one and just do all of the achievements sort of piecemeal one at a time at different points in my old save. And if that would have been much more convenient, then I would have probably done that. But ideologue, you will save yourself, is gotten by just being a dick, basically. And I have not been a dick the entire run. You have to just, as A.R.i.D, whenever you get any choice in the entire game to give things a chance or dominate the fuck out of them, you have to dominate the fuck out of them. So we have to do an entire run. I can't even really remember where you did all of those. So yeah, not really gonna cut it to just load at different points or anything. So that's the main one. That's probably maybe not the one we're gonna get last, but it's gonna take a long time to work towards that. Super Saiyan, this one might be tricky. I'm not even sure I'm gonna get it. We'll see how hard it is, but this is like, for the one, just in any fight in the game, get S+ rank, because there's apparently an S+, where not only do you do a perfect fight where you never get hit and your combo is never interrupted, you also have to have under, what was it, 1 PN? I don't know what small p stands for. Like, big P is PETA, right? Or PETA, or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. And then N for Newton, like energy-wise, I assume. But I don't know what small p is. Pito or something? No, I can't remember. It's been many years since high school math class. Or maybe we even learned that in physics. I don't even know. But anyway, you have to spend very little energy, and you spend little energy by attacking at the very last moment. If you attack at the very edge of your energy range, you end up spending a lot of energy. So you don't want to do that. You want to wait as long as possible, and I'm not sure how long you can wait. But yeah, that's completing it like without taking damage and without combo interruptions is totally fine, sure. But the energy thing sounds kind of ridiculous, so I'm not sure I'll ever get it, but I'm thinking either the first ever encounter might be possible to do that on, or that one in the global network where you can just like do it over and over and over and just fight and fight and fight, and she just gets like kicked in the nuts every time by the one at the end, or something like that. So that's a possibility. I'll definitely try it out for quite a while. But I'm not giving any promises that this one is gonna be possible to get, because it depends on how ridiculous those restrictions really are. Bobbing for airwaves. Let me check my little list. It's in the global network. Right, yeah, it's sort of also related to the one. It's just like, you have to use a thing on a thing, and you just get an achievement. There's been quite a few of those in the game where you just like, use a thing on a thing you're not supposed to use it on, and then it's like, hey, you get a random achievement. Great. And I've gotten most of those just accidentally, but not this one. Cuddle time. Once again, another one of those. This one actually makes a lot of sense, and I didn't even think about it. I kind of should have. When you get the teddy bear as the butler from the attic, I went and placed it in the crib right away, but you're supposed to go downstairs and like give it to your master or your mistress, and then you get that. Pretty obvious. That one is like totally fine in my opinion. I mean, all of these are probably fine, but maybe some of them are more something that would actually come to mind as something you should do or should try. But yeah, anyway, you red and blew it. This one I have no idea how the fuck you were supposed to figure out. This one seems completely just random as hell, but once you know what it is, I guess it kind of makes some sense. It's for the one at the last thing with a collectivizer, when you get their mastery down to 0%, they have like a specific pattern, red, blue, red, or something like that. When you go out and fight them, you have to behave just like them, just the same pattern. So instead of beating the pattern, you have to just perform it yourself. So it would be like punching and then dodging and then punching, and then you don't finish off the dude, but then you just repeat it again towards basically nothing, and you probably get punched a lot, and then you eventually die, but because you just kept doing that thing, apparently that's gonna work. This one I'm not too sure about, but I watched a video and I saw someone say that this was what you were supposed to do. And yeah, I guess it makes sense, like, in a weird way, but it's not something you would ever think to actually do, in my opinion. Pristine Perspective Shifter. This one is just the very last fight, where you're fighting the virus, you just never let the virus heal, which at first sounded kind of ridiculous, but thinking about it, it's probably not that bad at all, because something I didn't do in the boss fight was switch perspectives during the fight with the smaller virus things. Like, whenever I needed energy or something, I was thinking, oh man, the time is running out, he's getting towards one of the things and he'll get in and then start healing. You can just switch while you're fighting them, and then he'll have to go to the other side. So honestly, this doesn't seem like it's gonna be that bad, so hopefully we can get that one. Refined Unrefinement is something that I actually thought I did, but I guess I didn't. It's when you get the, like, unrefined music in the ones area, the ones first area, the base. You get the music, the, like, heavy metal, and then you're supposed to put it in the music player. Like, I put it up on the roof or something, and everyone started dancing, but I swear I tried to do it in the, like, projector room on the music player as well, but apparently not. I think that's what you do. And then Become the Master is the final one that I don't know exactly what you do, but I know what you do to get it. And I just didn't read the entire thing because I kind of wanted to figure it out, but it's just trying different things. It's in the Butler area, the last one, when you're finding all of the, like, ways that your master thought and stuff, and you're supposed to build, like, oh, freedom and greater purpose and all that when you're selecting all the things. You're supposed to, like, become the master and talk as if you were him, like talking about dignity and the family and stuff like that. I don't even really know, but it's just trying a different combination than the one that would actually help the butler. So there we go. Holy crap, that was very long going through all the achievements, but now you know what our goals are, and I'm gonna hopefully not miss any of them as we go through this. I actually think the first one we have to do is, like, the one thing. There's also no achievements for the companion that I haven't gotten, so that's interesting enough, I suppose. I got all of those, but not the other two. But yeah, let's jump into it. And oh my god, there's nothing in settings or anything I want to, like, switch around. No, this is fine. So, we'll start a new game, and then we have minimal difficulty. At first, I was very excited to try this out, but then I actually read this, and it just says, you're here for the story and the puzzles, and puzzles. Less combat. Not that it's simpler combat, not that it's different combat, like turn-based or not as reflex-heavy or high-paced or anything like that. I kind of assume this is just, there are no random encounters where you just walk into a room and then suddenly fight, and then you fight, and then you leave the room afterwards. That's probably not gonna happen, and maybe, possibly, we might also not have to do any fighting if we go to one of the access points that isn't mandatory. I think the mandatory ones, like going into the host and stuff, are still gonna have fights, but maybe when you go and, you know, find a log or something like that, like the guy on the cross, you don't have to actually fight anyone there. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try it out and just jump in and... Wait, why do I... Oh, Gamma. It got reset. That's supposed to be, like, here or something. I don't even know. And I don't want to recap. And I can't skip this, so we'll just have to watch the intro. Probably gonna skip quite a lot of the dialogue. And just checking, no, I cannot skip dialogue with anything that isn't the A button. Which I guess is kind of a problem, because I don't want to skip any of the choices. Because that would be kind of bad. Especially when I have to, like, dominate everything. Also, I've had, like, hiccups for this entire episode so far. It's kind of annoying. I keep having to, like, have pauses and breaks, and probably gonna have a bit of trouble editing this together coherently.
Target. Activating. Limit.
But at least we don't have to, like, look and read at anything, or look at and read anything. Which is nice. I can just, like, do what's right all the time. So, boundaries breached. Rule required. Yep. Okay. Wish you could skip. There's probably gonna be a lot of tedious stuff in the second playthrough, like, things that are gonna be very slow-paced and stuff, and when we have already seen them once, it's gonna be boring to just see again. Press A button to establish a rule. Great! Okay, so look around, look here.
Subject uplinking user.
And now we find the connector that's, like, bad or whatever.
Reinitiate.
I will.
Was it this one? Yep.
My body. I will.
There we go. And then we head out. And then we just look up here. There we go.
Signal.
At least I'm pretty sure the domination thing is only when you're in the host, so there's no, like, harm in skipping anything here.
Nothing. Nothing.
So, hooray! Or Peitnig Pretarmes. I never even noticed that. Did that really say that last time as well? I guess so. Speaking of the user, what was the deal with Joseph's, really? Like, I don't know, this game doesn't really feel complete to me, and I guess it shouldn't because it is like a part, but it kind of feels a little bit almost lazy that they just, like, don't tell you so much, and many things just didn't end up mattering at all. Like, Joseph had one thing he did in the entire game. You just came up to him and he was like, "Joke's on you, I was the bad guy," and that's kind of it. Jump. Shoot. There we go. Lock on.
Those entities had a
Okay. And then he had, like, the one line at the very end where he was just like, "Don't let that AI escape." And that was it. That was what Joseph's did. It's... I don't know. He was kind of dull. Down there was... Wait, am I going that way? Or was that just a white door? Or was it both? There's a white door, but this is where I want to go, right? There is a log over on the right. I guess we should try that. There was a log to get here, I think, early on. And... Wait, was that the one that... This is the log. Yeah, the other one is the access point. This is just a log. So, I can't remember if you actually fought here, but let's see if you do now. You do. So I guess that's not very minimal in terms of combat. But there's only one of them. So maybe that's it. There's just less spawns overall in each encounter. I mean, that, honestly, for a second playthrough, that almost sounds like a nice thing. So it's just less tedious and less just headache. Not headache-inducing, but less of a headache to just go through all of those. I can get behind that. And I sure hope minimal mode doesn't have any restrictions on, like, getting achievements or anything like that. That would be bad. And yeah, we can't do this yet. Have to go in here and connect to the butler. Hooray! First one!
I can breach it.
And yeah, definitely less combat here. Like, just one single spawn, no waves or anything. I don't know how long that's gonna go on for, but that's pretty cool. I do like that. And here he is, our old friend.
Where?
And he doesn't even have any idea what he's in for.
Where it...
I'm not gonna spam as quickly when I'm in a host, because again, if there's any, like, choice, then I have to dominate. So I'm gonna confront first. I don't think this actually matters for the achievement, but I'm gonna try it.
What are the...
Irrelevant.
Indeed, there's a...
And yeah, you can't do that. So I don't think you need to do that. I don't think you need to, like, force them to do something they don't want to. It's just the, domination thing. So, right here?
Perhaps.
Also, this is completely random, but in case you hear any weird clicks or anything, like while I'm talking and it sounds odd, that's probably my headphones, and I'm very annoyed because these are actually new headphones. My old ones were clicking a lot, like the cord where it connects to the headphone itself. It was just clicking a lot, and I was annoyed by that, so I bought an entirely new pair. But it turns out that didn't help. They just do that. So that was kind of a waste of money. But yeah, just can't really do much about that, so sorry for any weird clicks. Obviously when there's like nothing going on, I can edit that out so you don't hear it, but in the middle of a word or something, it's much harder. I know no one cares about that at all. most people probably don't even notice, but I do, and it's annoying. I don't like it. So wait, what are we doing? We're, just walking to the mistress, I think? Like, the first time we just have to go through the cycle once and just see what everything is and what we have, what they have to offer. We can't do anything in here. Can we? No, we can't get the, like, shower curtain yet.
Good. Not. This.
Are there then?
We shall let us.
And then we just leave, right? Go back to bed? Yep.
Another success.
May we
A lovely time for banter.
And now we can talk. So I'm gonna just skip, like, everything, I suppose. Just inquire about corpses.
Why main?
Death.
How did they die?
Their biological operations.
Okay, so that wasn't it.
Tell me about.
I'm just gonna do everything from, like,
From them, we may
down and up.
You
Just
oversee
opposite of what I did.
We function only to serve.
Ah, there we go. So now tampering.
Is there a meet?
One need a
Where is it?
behind.
We will proceed.
That is not.
Okay, so now, first one. Just attempt domination right away.
Self. You must.
Impure.
Your cycle holds no value.
I don't know if
Your routine has terminated.
this is the same, right? If I dominate every time, it's gonna be the exact same. It's just that I say one thing, like, beforehand, right? Oh my god, 2 waves. Crazy. Yep, 2 waves. Okay.
I may have. The user. Their sign.
It does seem like there's some kind of fail-safe almost, where if you're spamming and clicking past dialogue, and you get to a choice, it does pause for like a split second before it activates the next option, I think? I kind of noticed that, like,
Tracing
back
the
there.
user.
If that's a thing, then that's actually a really nice change. Or not change, but nice feature. And wake him up.
Is it that? Welcome.
A.R.i.D.
Man. Off to make tea.
Your cycle is endless.
Various
So, yeah, we can skip around.
time.
And we couldn't do anything here. Could we? Could we right away now just send up the dumbwaiter? I feel like it wasn't here. It's like up by the mistress, so we have to send it down first. Correct? Yeah, it's somewhere else. Okay. So, let's get him back.
I sense the butler.
Yep, there we go. He's back. Get the tea. Skip ahead. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's over here. I guess I can just skip. I should be using the skip function a lot more. You can't do it right now because finicking and not on his watch.
You do.
And then bring him back and then skip.
Another successful day.
And just reset, because we don't need to provoke autonomy or anything. We don't need to do anything, because I know exactly what to do.
Off to tea time.
So, nope, we put him in here. And then we send this up.
As usual. Oh, ah.
There you must
Of course, we do your display.
He.
We failed to restore a message.
And there we go. Alright, so I guess I'll leave it off there for today, but man, it's at least that's pretty decent progress for like talking about achievements for the first half of this. We're already here. Where did we leave off here? Like the second or third episode? And yeah, that was a half an episode, so it's gonna speed up a lot, which is very nice, because yeah, we're skipping most things and we're not reading most things, so it's probably not gonna take all that long to run through this. So I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be fun to try and get the achievements, and I have hopes about at least 6 out of 8. 7 out of 8 are likely, and 8 out of 8 are possible, but we'll see how hard it is. So should be a decent run, and yeah, if I didn't say it, I'm 99% sure I can do all of this in one run, and like there's no reason, there wouldn't be any reason to do another one. Sure, if I miss an achievement, I'll just load it back up and do it again or something, or if I can't complete something like the fighting sequence perfectly, then I'll just skip that. But all in all, there won't be any reason to do a third one, so just one quick run through. Hope you enjoyed the episode, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!